Tell here, joined with the man now ranked #1 in the world by both the WBC and the WBO, #2 with the WBA. So really starting to just become that top contender for all the belts right now. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. Bruce, what's going on, man?
Man, I'm cooling right now, man. We are approaching the final days of just fight week is next week. So we're supposed to know the last few days before I fight again, and I'm feeling great, looking great. I'm ready to get it in.
Yeah, man, you're fighting Enrique Vivas here next Saturday here in Vegas on ESPN. A dude who's never been stopped.
Mhm.
Tough guy, tough veteran. Lost some of those decisions were close. What do you think of Enrique Vivas? And you already know, are you thinking of being the first guy to stop him?
Enrique Vivas is tough. He has a lot of endurance. He's a volume puncher. He breaks a lot of guys down with his engine, and it's just his nonstop approach to the game. He's fought some top level guys, and those guys have all fought for championships. And this is somebody that I'm no way, shape, or form looking past, but it's someone I'm definitely looking through and planning to make a statement on. I think a knockout would definitely set me apart from those other guys he's fought. And I won't say that that's something that I'm planning on, but I for sure am planning on having a dominant victory.
Man, let's backtrack a little bit over the last couple fights. You got to appear on the Mike Tyson card with Jake
Mhm.
Paul. You traded words, stood up for yourself against Jake Paul, who was running the show, but you let him know you weren't going out like that. But
Yeah, yeah.
and that was well, actually, let's just keep it there for a second, man. What now that you could reflect on you and Jake Paul going back and forth on stage,
Yeah.
what do you think about that?
I mean, not, listen, it was all for show. You know what I mean? It was all just to, get the fans all interacted or whatnot. Yeah, after it happened, it was we talked backstage and like, oh yeah, he was just trying to just hype up the crowd and just get the whole little, little drama going. But it was cool. It was great to be a part of that whole experience. The whole week was like a spectacle in terms of like the press conference, the weigh-ins, the this, the that. Like it was just amazing to be a part of, and I really hope to be a part of an event like that another real soon or someday.
Oh, but so you guys did get a chance to catch up,
Yeah,
backstage and oh, so yeah, okay.
yeah, definitely, definitely. It wasn't like it's no hard feelings between me and Jake. You know what I mean? I know the type of guy he is. Like I know he does a lot of stuff for for the dramatics and just to get people intrigued to watch him. So it's a part of the game. That's what attracts people to come, watch you when you're doing little controversial things and whatnot. So I get it. But yeah, man, it was a blessing. It was a blessing to be a part of a car like that, to be a part of a car with Mike Tyson. Like it hits home. Obviously, Brownsville, Brooklyn all day, man. And for him to be the one that's like personally asked for me to be on that card was a great thing. And I'm just honored. I was just forever honored. And I don't know how I'll be able to, repay him for that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's something that realistically wasn't even supposed to have a chance of happening. Bruce
Yeah,
Carrington
really.
sharing a card with Mike Tyson. So
Right, exactly, exactly. It's
yeah,
crazy.
and when you guys were going at it at stage, I got at first it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, well, now Jake is starting to disrespect professional boxers, and then
Yeah.
but you guys were selling. You had a pay per view or not a pay per view, but a fight
Mm.
to sell, right?
Right, definitely, definitely. That's all it was, man. That's all it was. It's doing his business. It's called sports entertainment for a reason, and he knows how to do that to be able to. He knows what to do to be able to get the people intrigued and watch him fight. Listen, they did great numbers on Netflix for that fight, man, and it wasn't just because of Mike Tyson being in the car. Being that Mike Tyson is the big reason why, but Jake Paul brings his own thing as well.
But and then going back before that fight, the Sagawa fight,
Mm,
that was a difficult fight, and Sagawa was coming off the Ruben Villa upset.
mm.
But did that fight do anything for you when you went back to the lab? Were you hard on yourself about that fight, and some of the fans feeling like, oh, we got higher expectations for Bruce than he
Mm.
performed, and just how have you been able to grow from what was a difficult fight with Sagawa?
Oh man, of course I was like a little hard on myself, but everybody and if you're going to be in the sport of boxing, you're going to have a tough fight. All the greats, they've had their tough fights. So it's like, when people want to say, oh, he's overhyped, or oh, this expectations, da da da. Like, dude, like it happens. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is, I take it as a compliment that people are saying those things, because it's like, okay, you want more of me, you expect more of me, and that's fine. Like, you just have high expectations. That's cool. And one thing I will say though, I've learned a lot from that fight. I've definitely honed in more on my fundamentals and taken it to the next level. And that's like a little bit of that is what was shown in my last fight with Danny Coolwell, and just how I was able to approach things differently, use the jab more, box a little more, and then mix in the knockout type of aggression on top of the boxing abilities that I've always had in my career, that a lot of people just haven't seen yet. People are just so used to seeing me steamroll guys, you know what I mean, just knock them out, put them out, and once as soon as that happens in a fighter, when in terms of you having a close fight, they want to write you off immediately, like, oh, like, he's just he lost, or it was a close fight or whatever. Like, nah, everybody has their close fight, man.
Well, I mean, I know me and you are coming from New York, right? But
Yeah, yeah,
Dr. Dre, he had a line, "Perfection is expected, and I'm feeling that demand." And
that's right, that's right.
right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that kind of what that like? People, you get the pull counter knockouts, and it's like, okay, but where's the feints and where's the boxing?
Right,
You go
right.
in there and feint and box too much. Now we want the pull counter knock, like,
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. It's
So
like you're
people are
never
kind of
gonna.
asking for all of it in one.
Yeah, yeah. You're never gonna satisfy everybody, man. But at the end of the day, as long as I get the W, that's all that matters, and that's what I did that day when I fought Seagal.
Right, right. Well, not to look past Vivas, but straight up, is a title fight next? Because again, you
Mm,
are rated number one with two different sanctioning bodies, second with
yes.
another one. So is the title fight for sure this year, 2025?
It has to be. It has to be. I'm not waiting any longer. Not that I even wanted to wait, but I understand like certain pieces need to be in the right place at the time. But yeah, now the pieces are at the right place. All I need to do is defeat Vivas. I would love to do it in dominating fashion, and yeah, I want the world championship like right after. I want it like probably in the summer of this year, and I feel like that would be great. It'll be a great opportunity for me to show everyone like I'm here, and I'm here to take over the whole featherweight division. Like, this is my time to really put the Shu Shu train on notice, man. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the moment.
Is um is Espinoza the more realistic title shot because you're both with Top Rank
Mm.
and Fulton is with PBC?
Being that this fight is an official WBC mandatory, I feel like the Stephen Fulton fight is very possible. It's not like one is more realistic than the other. Like, both are very realistic. Espinoza, I would love to fight him as well too if I can't get this WBC fight. To be honest, it's just to be, it's all about as if these guys want to fight me. That's the main thing. Like, I've been saying these guys' names in interviews and whatever, and they don't say anything back, because I feel like they know that I'm a threat, which is understandable, and I respect it. But we're boxers, aren't we? We want to fight the best, don't we? Let's get it in.
Do you who's honestly the tougher I know they both good fighters, but
Mm.
who's the more difficult matchup? Espinoza with that size or Fulton with his experience and his skills?
Um, I feel like they can both like bring different type of difficulties with I can't say because the IQ of Stephen Fulton with his experience can definitely cause some issues. He's been in there with guys like Angelo Leo, Brandon Figueroa, Inoue, so he's seen a lot. You know what I'm saying? And two division world champ. He's the most decorated fighter, the champion in the division. He is hands down. You can't even argue that. And then when it comes to Espinoza, obviously his size, like
Like
he's
Fandora this weekend, yeah.
yeah, yeah, he's an
Yeah.
anomaly, bro. He's one of those type of freak of nature type of guys, and he can fight on the outside, fight on the inside. But there's certain things about his style that I could really use to my advantage to make it easier. But yeah, his size is what makes it hard. So it's like it's kind of like you got to pick your poison when it comes to that.
But you get a contract for either one, and it's next. You're there.
I'm there for either. I signed both of them. I signed both of them the same day. Like that's just what it is, man. Like I'm one of those old school type of fighters, dude. Like I want to fight and and be the best. I want to fight the best. I crave those type of challenges. I'm the one that asked for that Sagawa fight. I was actually supposed to fight. Who was the guy that fought Stephen Fulton before Figueroa?
Carlos Castro.
Carlos Castro. I was supposed to fight Carlos Castro before for this on a Sagawa date. But once I saw Sagawa fight Ruben Villa, I looked at Carl already. I'm like, I want him. I want to fight him. I'm the one that asked for that fight. I crave those type of challenges. So yes, I want to be the best, man. And I'm gonna continue to dare to be great. And no one's gonna stop me from doing it.
Inoue, he showed up at the Garden when you fought last year. He's
Yeah.
fighting here in Vegas now in May against Cardenas, Ricardo
Mm.
Cardenas. Are you pulling up ringside just like he pulled up ringside for your fight?
Of course, I gotta return the favor, man. You know, it's a respect thing between him and I. You know, what I mean, for him to show that he came to watch me fight and made it known that he came just to watch me fight because he came slightly before I fought and then left right after. So he just came to watch me, and so I gotta return the favor and come to watch him put in that work and then leave right after as well too. I feel like he is hinting that he's coming up to featherweight division, and I'm interested to see what his next moves are. I really want to see, what he's gonna do when that time comes, and I'll be right there for it.
I feel like they got to get you guys, in person, a meeting of the two fighters. Even if it's not next,
Yeah, yeah.
because if I'm a new I'm thinking I want that young bull to fight for a title before I get in the ring with him.
Of
But
course.
we got to start building it up, no?
Of course. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to start planting those seeds, you know what I'm saying? For
Right.
sure. So, yeah, I mean, the seeds are definitely already planted. I feel like the thing that's just going to really put the nail in the coffin is just me winning the world title.